Hi my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to go ahead and review the one and only Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. As you guys know, this has been out on the market for a while now, and I feel like I have heard a lot of positive things about it. So I have been wanting to get my hands on this, and I finally got it. It's a funny story of how long it took me to finally get it, and you guys will hear it in a few minutes. But yeah, this is the product that we're going to be reviewing today. I am really excited to see how it works for me. But obviously, this is the finished look, so this is what it looks like with that concealer on. So if you guys want to see my review on the Born This Way, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, then you know what to do, and just feel free and keep on watching. But before you continue watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys aren't already. I'll give you guys a second to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, that was plenty enough time. Make sure to turn your post notifications on so you guys are notified every single time I upload a new video. That's pretty much all I have to say, and just continue watching. I have been wanting to try this puppy forever because I have seen so many great reviews about this. I did read that it's kind of like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, and if you guys did follow me, if you guys have been following me since the beginning, you guys know that I was obsessed with the Tarte Shape Tape. And I think I restocked those like twice, and then I just like stopped using it. But I have been wanting to try this because, like I said, I did hear a lot of positive and good things about this, so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. So funny story is, when I went to the Morphe store to grab all of the makeup that you guys seen in my previous video, I had went a couple of times actually, like in different days, because we went one day to try to find something that we couldn't, so we picked up a few things there, and then the thing that we picked up we didn't like, so we returned it, me and my friend. So we went back, and then it was like that, maybe like we went maybe like 3 or 4 times, and in all those 3 or 4 times we would go to the Ontario Ulta and Ontario Mills and the Victoria Gardens location, and they did not have my shade, and they didn't even have her shade. So when I say that I had been wanting to try this and I was getting so mad that they weren't having it anywhere, I was mad because we had went so many times and they did not have it. And she actually lives in Eastville, so she went to the Ulta in Eastville, and actually before we had went, she had called just to make sure they had it, just so we wouldn't have to drive over there. So she called, and they did have them, and they put them on hold for us. So I was like, yes, like we have to go pick them up now because I want to do a review video on it, because I have been wanting it. I've been wanting to try it for the longest time. So again, we're going to go ahead and review the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And this concealer, it says it conceals, and you can use it to contour, highlight, and retouch. I should have got like a darker shade so I could have done like a contour. But I already have one, which was my LA Girl one, but I'll just stick to this. And if I do like it, then I probably will go back to get like a contour shade. So I'm going to go ahead and read you what it is infused with. It's infused with coconut water. It adds in delicately replenishing skin's moisture levels. Alpine Rose helps empower skin's health and resilience. I think that says resilience. Hyaluronic acid, it gives a smoother, more youthful appearance. Ooh. So it says it's hydrating, long-wearing, photo-friendly, and non-comedone. I don't know how to say that word. It says cover, highlight, contour, and retouch with a super perfecting natural finish concealer makeup hybrid. The ultimate multi-use formula for a modern and hydrated photo-ready complexion. Fully loaded pigments provide maximum coverage with an undetectable finish for a look so flawless they'll think you were born this way. So let's see what else. Let's see, that's another language. Okay, so I did pick up the shade Vanilla. All the other shade, I started with the shade Nude because I was like, okay, that sounds kind of like reasonable. But that one, I feel like a lot of them, the undertones were a little bit different. And they were like more on the darker side. So I was like, I have to pick up one that's going to obviously be lighter than my foundation. And if you guys seen my other video, which is my Morphe one, the review on the foundation, I did insert like a little clip that I did actually change the shade of my foundation, because in that video I was using f2.40, but that one ended up being too dark for me, so I switched and I got f2.20, and that's the one that I'm wearing right now. And I feel like it looks a lot better. Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like. So this one does have 0.50 fluid ounces, so I think this has a little bit more than my Morphe primer, because this one has, oh no, this has more actually. Oh wow. This has 0.67 fluid ounces. This has 0.50. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to put this puppy on. I'm really excited actually. And I like it because honestly guys, like compared to the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm not sure, I don't remember how much the Tarte Shape Tape had. Do I have one here? I don't remember how much that one had, but if you looking at the bottle, it looks like it has a lot. So I feel like it's gonna last me a long time, especially if it's full coverage. You don't have to go in with a lot. So this is what the applicator looks like. I like how it's kind of like big, so. Okay, I think I got like the perfect shade. And I think I did get like a really good shade because as you guys know, I prefer more of like a yellow concealer. And I feel like this is like still light, obviously, but it still adds like that yellowness. So I'm going to go ahead and just blend that out first just to see how that blends out. Okay, so it's blending out really, really nicely. So definitely, I feel like it really is full coverage. I'm going to add a little bit more on top just to see if it kind of changes anything. Because, you know, there's some products that when you add more and more on top of each other, it kind of can get, like, cakey. So it is blending out. So, yeah, I think the shade that I got was, like, perfect. I was actually, because since it didn't have vanilla, I was actually going to just get a shade lighter. But thank God I didn't because as you guys seen, oh, yeah, I wanted to update you guys, too. If you guys seen my other video with the Morphe foundation and concealer, like I said, I did have to exchange the foundation just because it was a little bit too dark. But I did like the foundation because obviously I'm still wearing it. But the concealer, honestly, guys, I did not like it. I ended up returning it. And like I said, I'm not sure if it was because I got a really light shade, but I had even asked my friend how it was for her when she would like blend it out. And she said it kind of got like it was a little bit hard to blend out at first, and then it kind of just ended up blending out. But as you guys can see, that gave me like a lot of full coverage. And that one, I feel like it didn't really give me a lot of full coverage. I feel like it was kind of patchy, and I did not like that. So I was like, yeah, I ended up returning it. So honestly, guys, that blended out really, really nicely. As you guys can see, it did give me like a full coverage. It really covered everything. Blendability, it blended out really nicely. The texture, it was like a little bit on the thin and thicker side, like the consistency. I'm sorry, it wasn't like really, really thin, but it wasn't like too thick. It was like a nice consistency. But honestly, when it comes to thicker consistencies, I feel like it doesn't bug me that much, but I feel like it can be a little bit more hard to blend out when it's a thicker consistency. But so now moving on to setting powder, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Pretty Vulgar translucent powder, and I'm gonna use that to set underneath my eye. So I went ahead and I set my entire face, and I'm just gonna blend out that powder. So honestly, guys, it is looking really, really nice. That powder, that translucent powder, it didn't like break it up or anything of that sort. And I just totally forgot to apply a little bit more on top just to see how it would react. But as you guys can see, it looks really, really soft and really, really airbrushed. And even in person, I know the camera adds like a little bit of an effect to it. But honestly, it looks really, really airbrushed. And right now that I felt it, it honestly feels really, really smooth. And the translucent powder, it like didn't affect it in any way. Like it didn't change it. It just melted in really, really nicely together. Just like that. I am loving it. I am loving it. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished off my entire face already. And I set my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And honestly, guys, I am obsessed with this concealer. I did a close-up and I was doing my mascara. Honestly, guys, it looks so nice and airbrushed and like so flawless. And definitely that concealer is full coverage. And I feel like that concealer would be great to contour with. So I might have to go back and pick it up. This one did retail for $29. I actually had a Ulta gift card that I got for my birthday, so I went ahead and used my gift card, so I only had to pay $6, I believe. But I would definitely pay full price for this again, because honestly, I am obsessed with how it looks. Let me get just a little bit closer, because I'll just cover the back of it, because honestly, it looks just super, super nice. And I feel like the translucent powder, it sat really well with it. It didn't like make it look any different. I'm not even sure if you guys can see, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit closer underneath my eyes. So the screen did darken up, but this is how my under eyes look, and I feel like it's not creasing at all whatsoever. So this is what it looks like. It just looks really, really nice. So my final thoughts on this concealer is I definitely recommend it. Really full coverage. I feel like even adding more on top than what I did, I feel like it wouldn't really mess with the consistency or mess with the blendability. I definitely recommend this one, and I have to say it's as close, maybe even better than the Tarte Shape Tape. I know a lot of people have been replacing their Tarte Shape Tape with this one, and I like how you get way more product out of this one than the Tarte Shape Tape. But yeah, I definitely recommend this one. I really, really enjoyed using it, and I know that definitely is going to be my go-to concealer from now on. But yeah, if you guys have tried this product out, please feel free to leave me your comments down below, whether you guys liked it or not, or which one you guys prefer, the Tarte Shape Tape or the Born This Way one. And I really love to hear your guys' opinions and your thoughts on this concealer. But that pretty much concludes this entire video. I really hope you guys enjoyed my review on this product. If you guys do go out and you guys purchase it, let me know how you guys like it. I always love hearing your guys' little comments. For those of you that do comment on my videos, I really appreciate it 100%, honestly, guys. And that's pretty much all I have to say, and I will see you guys on the next one.